Well, to neighbouring Iraq, where Amnesty International says the country's fight against Daesh has left children traumatised and at extreme risk of malnutrition. The human rights group says children in Mosul have sustained not just physical injuries, but also display symptoms of trauma, such as loss of speech, excessive crying and violent behaviour. Injured children are taken to hospitals, but most lack equipment, medicine and medical personnel. Amnesty also reports that lack of food, fuel and clean water inside Mosul have left children severely malnourished, dehydrated and at risk of waterborne diseases. Let's get more on this report and go to TRT World's Shamim Chowdhury, who is in northern Iraq in the town of Erbil. Shamim, a very tragic report there. Many of these children wounded. What's causing the majority of these injuries?
Well, Malene, the vast majority of the injuries are being caused by shrapnel coming off mortars and explosives being thrown by Daesh directly at civilians. Now, this is happening in a number of instances. One is when civilians are trying to flee, trying to escape Daesh-controlled areas, but it's also happening in areas that have been recaptured by the Iraqi army in East Mosul. Now, there is a sense of false security. Now, just to be clear, the Iraqi army has only cleared a small number of neighborhoods. The vast majority of Mosul city is still under Daesh control. But those areas that have been cleared are still within the range of Daesh's firing. And so many children, people will come out into their streets, come out into their gardens, thinking that the area is safe, and then they will be caught unawares as a shell, as a mortar or an explosive lands besides them. So this is a very common scenario. But of course, the epicenter of the fighting, East Mosul, doesn't have any medical facilities. And often to get treatment, it involves going by foot to a point where Iraqi soldiers can assist them and take them to camps where there are field hospitals, but they are very minimally equipped. And the nearest proper hospitals, emergency centres, are in this city of Erbil, which is about 80 kilometres from Mosul. Now, some of them do manage to end up here, and they do end up getting some medical treatment, the treatment that they need. But these numbers really are far and few. And as our report reveals, this is some of the treatment that they receive.